At Sierra, you'll always find apparel, footwear, and gear for 20 to 60% less than department and specialty store prices. But right now it's clearance time, so you can save even more on everything you need to get active and outside. Visit your local Sierra store today.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. Checking off the boxes on your to-do list is a great feeling. And when it comes to checking off coverage, a State Farm agent can help you choose an option that's right for you. Whether you prefer talking in person, on the phone, or using the award-winning app, it's nice knowing you have help finding coverage that best fits your needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This is Optimal Relationships Daily, The Crucial Difference Between a Death and a Breakup, by Shelby Forsythia of shelbyforsythia.com. I'm never supposed to compare losses. As an intuitive grief guide, I'm supposed to honor the uniqueness and individuality of each loss that comes my way. Every loss is felt at 100%, no matter what it is. Everybody who has lost has a different and special relationship to whatever it is that they lost. Truth, all of it. But I can't help but notice, as I work through my breakup, that there's a really stark, important difference between losing someone to death and losing someone through a breakup. There's the obvious, which is someone's physical existence. People who die are dead and gone, while people you break up with are still living. But in that obvious difference lies the hidden, heartbreaking difference between a death and a breakup. We have no choice when it comes to death. It's a sucky, inevitable part of our humanity. We don't get to choose when our loved ones die, how they die, or whether or not we get to say goodbye. Death is, for the most part, entirely out of our control or realm of choice. Our loved ones get taken away from us. We are forced to live without them. But a breakup is a choice. Whatever the circumstances, abuse, fundamental differences, morals, family, or simply not getting along like you would like to, a breakup is an active decision to no longer do life with someone. And the hardest part of a breakup is not that the relationship is over, it's that you have to watch them keep on living without you. Don't get me wrong here, I'm not trying to diminish the impact of death. But breakups, they just have a whole other element to them. With death, you mourn the future, all of the dreams and plans and wishes and hopes and expectations you created together. Death made it so those things don't get to happen now. They'll never get to happen. But in a breakup, you mourn the future and then have to watch your ex live a new future without you. All of the dreams and plans and wishes and hopes and expectations you created together, plus whatever their new reality looks like, because your ex is still alive, and so are you. New partners, new adventures, new jobs, new homes, new beliefs. That's the blessing of a breakup. Your ex isn't dead. In fact, they are very much alive. So much alive that they've given you a whole new pain to grieve, a future that doesn't include you. Rejection, elimination, exclusion. Can you say, ouch? With death, you get to hold on to your fantasies of what the future looks like. It's like time stands still when someone dies, because the future never gets to happen the way you dreamed when they were living. You get the gift of keeping those memories alive in your heart and in your mind. But with a breakup, you watch your fantasies get dismantled as both you and your ex continue to live and exist in the world. Not only does your future with them no longer exist, an entirely new reality has taken its place. It's a cruel, cruel combination of, my life doesn't look how I expected it to, and, in fact, it's something else entirely. The big difference between a death and a breakup is that in a breakup, you and the person you lost have consciously chosen to be apart. And that means watching them grow, change, flounder, thrive, and plain old exist without you. That in itself is a pain worth grieving. Society doesn't give the same attention to breaking up as it does to death. With death, there are headlines, vigils, ceremonies, social media campaigns, outreach. There's an emotional focus on who they were, what we'll miss, what made them great. Love and support and casseroles appear, and they make themselves known. With breakups, there are logistics, scandals, questions, a focus on what's next. There's a brain focus on who's taking the kids, how did the affairs start, who's suing who they're dating now. Less attention is given to the fact that, just like death, this loss has changed the emotional trajectory of their lives. There may be a week or two of Ben and Jerry's revenge movie bonding, or a camping excursion with close relatives, or a glance of sympathy from coworkers as dates for divorce court are set. But with breakups, little societal sympathy is given to mourning what was, what is, and what has changed about the future. Moving on is seen as healthy, and ruminating over our ex's new life is seen as obsessive or sick. We need to honor our breakups, our first crush ex-boyfriends, our soulmates ripped apart by family or fates or job transfers, our after 2 years, 13 years, 38 years divorces. We need to honor our breakups, not just in the moments they happen, but as they continue to impact our lives. Discovering my introverted ex as now an outspoken Facebook political activist? Cool. But wow, I wish I could have been a part of that growth. She's so passionate and visible now. I'm proud of her. Seeing my cheater high school boyfriend join the service and get hitched to the woman he cheated on me with? No thanks, I made the right choice. But remember that one time when he AOL instant messaged and said he was willing to try again? I wonder if he's still that sweet to her. Watching my college sweetheart wander in the darkness of a family death. Holy cow, I wish I could have been there for her in the same way I always was. I did what I could, but we agreed that that's not my place anymore. She has to find her own way. Society says death is worse than a breakup. I say death is different than a breakup. They both hurt in totally different ways. Them still being alive just gives us new things to grieve. We need to take breakups more seriously because they affect our lives and our relationships going forward. All losses do, but breakups especially set the tone for how we treat our future partners, our families, and our friends. And how people respond to our breakup determines how seen, safe, and supported we feel in the world. So, the next time someone wants to talk about how they just saw on Facebook that their ex is flying to Seattle with their knockoff lookalike clone, listen. They're sharing their grief with you. Don't scoff, don't roll your eyes. Don't comment on how they need to stop creeping and focus on their own lives. They are mourning a future that never got to be. They are wrestling with this new future that, for whatever reason, they don't get to be a part of anymore. They're recognizing in their own way that they're losing one more piece of their ex to an alternate reality. Let's soften our post-breakup focus on moving on, cutting ties, and being done. Let's shift our focus to acknowledging new realities, listening to pain, and simply being there. You just listened to the post titled, "The Crucial Difference Between a Death and a Breakup" by Shelby Forsythia of shelbyforsythia.com.
Prime delivery is fast. How fast are we talking? We're talking puzzle toys and lick pad delivered so fast you can get this puppy under control fast. We're talking chew toys at your door without really waiting fast. Pee pads, cooling mat, and peg hammer fast and fast. And there's training TREATS faster than you can say sit fast. And now we can all relax and order these matching hoodies to get cozy and cute fast. Fast free delivery. It's on Prime.
New season, new chaos in college football.
Let's go! Big stage, big opportunity.
This Labor Day weekend, the wildness lives on ABC, ESPN, and the all-new ESPN app.
What a way to start!
Featuring top 10 teams like Clemson, Notre Dame, Alabama, and LSU, and Bill Belichick's debut at North Carolina.
It's so special when these teams collide.
Don't miss a lineup filled with electric matchups.
Welcome back to college football.
Kickoff week presented by Modelo. Labor Day weekend on ESPN and ABC. Also available to stream on the all-new ESPN app.
And thanks a lot to Shelby for this really touching post that I really stand by, in spite of, as she references, how easy it might be to dismiss. But I think an important thing to help us through any major transition, even if it's something we're crying happy tears about transitioning out of, is to really sit and take in what you gained from the experience that is about to pass or has passed. How did it help you grow? How will its lessons help you in the future? And at the very least, can you take up this opportunity to wish someone else well when you might not have been inclined to do so otherwise? In this way, our grief can coexist with a sense of growth and reward. We may be missing something, but we're able to tune in on how we also gained something else. This can be a really powerful reframe, not meant to remove distress, but to instead make room for celebration as well. And putting this into practice may be just enough to cause you to change your life for the better. So sit with that and think about it. It's never too late, even if you're mourning a loss that occurred a long time ago. I'm wishing you all the best and thinking about you as you go down this road. It is time to wrap up now, everyone. But thank you so much for being here and digging deep. And of course, I hope to see you again tomorrow for another post where your optimal life awaits.